Ajax, I'll start with you, but we also get to see in game, so take it away.
Okay, so yes, Bastet, we tried to rework once, but we feel like the ultimate didn't really hit the mark. It was effective. We saw her win rate go up quite a bit actually, but people generally found it, lacking inspiration and being unexciting. This god has a very all-in ability playstyle, and the god is very good at jumping in, bursting someone down, and jumping out, right? But we wanted to give her with this rework more flexibility in her fighting, more options, more ways to impact the team fight, and we also wanted to give her, more flair. We didn't want to run into that same case where the ultimate ability just didn't feel that exciting anymore. So what we have here are 3 major changes. They are a completely new passive, a completely new ultimate, and significant buffs to ability to Razor Whip. So as we see, we've got our Pon demo driver here using just some various abilities to show about the new passive, which is called Night Stalker, which Bastet gains a physical lifesteal and ability lifesteal when hitting enemies. So she just gets free lifesteal and ability lifesteal. This does more lifesteal to gods than it does to minions. And also, when she deals damage to an opponent, she applies a debuff to them that reveals them to Bastet for a significant amount of time. That's the new passive. So you get vision on vision on enemies, damage, and free lifesteal, and
That's
ability
awesome.
lifesteal, which is really cool.
Yep, if we go kind of tangent off to the 2 a second, we can kind of talk about the changes to that one as well. So basically before, it's honestly the same ability, but it's being sped up a little bit. Before, the description said that it would be ticks every second for 4 seconds, but that actually wasn't true. The tooltip was a little bit misleading. The FX would actually play for 4 seconds, but you'd really be taking a tick at 0 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds, and 3 seconds. So now we're basically bringing that down 1 second more. So we are having ticks every 0.66 seconds. So it's still the same amount of ticks, except it's going to be going up until 2 seconds. So you'll be taking 4 ticks within 2 seconds.
Got it. Awesome.
It's going to feel much better. It's going to be much more responsive and a lot faster in the jungle. So then we finally have the ultimate, a brand new ultimate called the Huntress of Bast. Previously we had the Guardians, now we have the Huntress. So why don't we just show it off first before I say anything? There you go.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Long-ranged skill shot pull on an assassin. Kind of crazy, something that we've never really seen in Smite. We've got Sylvanas who can pull people. He's a Guardian. I'm sure there are some of our dedicated old school players who are thinking this back to closed beta Arachne, who had an ultimate that was a pull. We looked at this one as a way to complement the rest of Bastet's kit. She can jump in on people, but what else can she do, right? So this gives her a lot of interesting options. She can use this to engage a fight, to pull a single target early. She can use this to chase someone down after a fight as a long-range follow-up when they think they're about to escape. And she can actually use this ability in close range. And this ability, as you notice, the targeter has a small line in it in close range. If you hit enemies in this very close range, you'll actually get this very instant hit because it's a projectile, but you'll get a different giant cat animation that just applies a stun and doesn't do the pull. It just hits them with the stun. So she's now got essentially an additional hard CC that's very confirmable in the close range, and it gives her CC immunity while firing. So lots of utility, lots of flair, a giant spectral cat running across the battleground, picking up people and carrying them back to you. We thought was about as exciting as we could get with her giant cats. So hopefully players see that as, a very interesting new ability for Bastet. Learn me anything I missed about the gameplay applications or specifics on this one?
Yeah, one other thing to mention is that you'll see when Pawn fires that there's this small deployable on the ground where they're going to land. And if they actually get pulled all the way back to Bastet, they do spawn that small, I guess it's a sandstorm, more or less. And so that is a vortex coming through. So, hey, Vulcan Bot, what's up?
Someone gave that Vulcan AI
And he is angry. He does not like it.
Oh, there he goes.
That's what happens when you laugh at them.
But
No,
yeah,
okay.
one other small thing to note is that the player that you do grab with this ability will go back to that mark on the ground. They don't follow you over the wall. They go to that mark that you see right there.
Yes, that's a great point. So that we do bring it back to the from fired location, and we do have a marker there to remind you where that's going to be. This can also be cleansed. Obviously, you can beads this. You won't be you'll just you'll escape the cat's clutches, or you can beads it as the stun attack is happening. The cat will not pick you up if you beads it quick. So if you beads the stun, you'll also beads the pulse. It's not like you have to wait for any like weird timing to like actually wait for it. You can just go ahead and beads this as soon as you're hit. Yeah, so really interesting ability, really interesting effect, big projectile, which are just super fun in Smite, and this one just does something that kind of no other big projectile in Smite does.
It's new, it looks great, and I'm excited for all the fun plays. I can't wait to use this as an escape mechanism, like hit them with it, then jump over them and just bail. So that'll be so fun.